alongside Brian Fury, the superstar entrance for Cold Steel Chuck O'Neil. He doesn't consider himself one of Biff's kids. I remember Biff Busick going to bat for old Cold Steel right there, saying that he was going to be the guy that was going to be ready to wrestle for American Rana last year, and I don't recall that happening.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at things, like, he's very accomplished in the world of MMA. I take nothing away from that, but this is professional wrestling. It's a little bit different story here. He still has a lot to prove.
He says he's going to start things and end things. I mean, he's talking about Matt Riddle. He never beat Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle's still undefeated here at Beyond Wrestling. And just like that, yeah, Chuck O'Neil, a man, not a kid. He tagged out to Sully Banger, who he thought was going to be dead in a dumpster.
I have to admit, I'm not that familiar with Sully Banger.
I think that he's the wild card of all these guys on this team. He's probably got the least experience. There was a, well, you know what, then again, but one of the reasons you're not familiar with him is because he traveled to train. He actually traveled to the Carolinas to get, you know, a different perspective, which is something that Biff always instilled on his students, is that if you want to learn from the best, you have to travel to where the best are and wrestle with them.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that philosophy. The more you know, the different viewpoints you can learn from, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
The question is whether or not Sully Banger's ready for a match of this magnitude against the Crusade for Change, who have won their last 9 matches. They want to say they're 9-0, but since Anthony Gango joined up with the squad, they have been undefeated in competition here at Beyond Wrestling.
Run through most of the competition too. It's not even like it's been too much competition at all. These guys are a force to be reckoned with. Force in numbers normally, but tonight 5-on-5.
By any means necessary. And I mean, Brian, you're a trainer. Obviously, there's plenty of people that you train that must not like each other. It's also going to be a sense of camaraderie to some extent, no?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, pro wrestling is like any other place of work, anything like that. You don't always get along with everybody that you're with, but when you're sweating along these guys, working hard along all these guys, you just tend to gain some respect for these people and tend to like them a lot. Unorthodox way to get into that big shoulder tackle there.
What do you think about Chuck O'Neil, though? I mean, he doesn't come from, sure, they train in squads, but ultimately, when you're locked inside that cage, it's every man for himself. And do you think that perhaps is hurting Chuck O'Neil's tag team? You know, it doesn't seem like he likes to play nice with others. Let me put it like that.
Not at all. And it's not like, you see Brandon Bell, you notice Chuck O'Neil backing away from the tag. Didn't want to tag in there.
Yeah, instead Xavier Bell, I mean, Chuck O'Neil is giving him a lot of crap for his physique, but I mean, right there, 2 men able to take over Devin Blaze and drive him at a pretty high angle.
Don't get me wrong, physiques don't necessarily mean a lot in the game of professional wrestling.
I think that Limitless Wrestling up in Maine has given Xavier Bell some incredible opportunities this year. And it's like, whether or not you win those matches at this stage in the game, you're going to learn from every single one of them.
Anytime you can be in the ring with somebody better than you or a high level of some of the people that he's been with, like, you know, Tommaso Ciampa, myself, and so on and so forth, like, you're going to take something away from those matches. Huge learning opportunities. Big time chop there by Mr.
He probably has more chemistry teaming with Ace Romero than anybody else in this matchup. They teamed coming up short against Team Pazuzu last month, a match that you can watch for free at youtube.com/Beyond Wrestling. Xavier Bell, though, you know, he might not be thickly muscled, but I do think he's probably the second best athlete on his team, next to Travis Gordon, who we have not seen in this match yet. And Xavier Bell, if there's one thing that he picked up from Biff Busick, it is those heavy hands. He knows how to throw those strikes.
He is a master of different types of strikes, punches, chops, European uppercuts.
But that was a rookie mistake. He was favoring his man.
Oh, here's the big man from that team, too.
I'm not surprised to see Xavier Bell tag out to Ace Romero.
Big men locking horns is the theme of the day here today.
I know, we're going to see Keith Lee versus Brian Malonis later on tonight.
As well as the Hit Squad and War Machine. Oh! As much as I love a slap to the face, I'd rather just punch a guy. Big kick.
Yeah, a lot of referees are not enforcing that open fist rule nowadays, huh? Oh!
Double cross body.
And here comes Travis Flip Gordon.
And Anthony Gangone.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that he might have made his Beyond Wrestling Live event debut just about a year ago, teaming with Anthony Green and Cam Sagami in this very building. And what a year it's been for him. Oh!
Big
just recently debuting with Evolve Wrestling.
Yeah, Flip's getting his name out there. He's doing a lot of traveling and stuff as well. Those travel plans are far from his mind right now. Surprisingly, things have been very calm and orderly in this match. That doesn't tend to happen all the time in a Crusade for Change match.
Well, maybe they're underestimating their opponents. I mean, very telling right now that Chuck O'Neil, I mean, he's not even on the same page as other partners. We could essentially be seeing a 4-on-5 match similar to what we saw at American Rana when they took out Steve Mack before he even had the opportunity to enter the match.
True. Low drop kick there from Devin Blaze.
Now, in my estimation, I do think that Flip Gordon is probably the best wrestler on his team. To keep him isolated, if he does have the opportunity to tag out, I think their team might be a little bit screwed. Honestly, I'm just speaking honestly. I think this is a great strategy from the Crusade for Change. Now that they, a lot of times you see different guys squaring off, and I think that's part of it, is you kind of roll through it until you get the guy that you really want to target in the ring. You're kind of taking advantage of their machismo, where everybody wants a fresh matchup, everybody wants to square off. But
True.
Travis Gordon is the guy that the Crusade for Change has picked, and now that he's in the ring, I don't think they're going to let him out.
You tend to match up your strengths and weaknesses with the opponent's strengths and weaknesses, so you can get that correct guy in there at the right time. They were able to isolate Flip in the ring. Clearly the best athlete on their team, most high-flying, most unique offense, and you can take him down. The limits options if he's able to make a tag.
Just wearing him down. You haven't seen the Crusade for Change. I mean, they've kind of wrestled an ugly match, but I mean, the strategy's working. Ultimately, I don't think these guys are here to pick up any more fans. I think they are here to try to extend that streak to 10-0.
Yeah, they've never really cared about who cheers for them and doesn't, or buys their merch and whatnot.
They have a certain idea of what Beyond Wrestling is, and I still don't necessarily understand what their motives are. Something tells me that, honestly, it's just kind of like a front. Like, these guys really just like winning and racking up the wins, or maybe they're biding their time, and maybe they are just waiting for the perfect time to strike, and it's going to be a big problem for the rest of the roster. Like I was saying during Donovan Dijak's match, he felt like he had to reach out of Beyond Wrestling to find somebody like Mikey Webb, because everybody's gunning for that top spot. Who could he trust otherwise? I mean, we saw what happened with him and Chris Dickinson team. So it's like, with the Crusade for Change, with their chemistry as a unit, are there any 5 wrestlers on the Beyond Wrestling roster that could come together to knock them off?
No, it's one of those things, yeah, like you said, like, tag team wrestling isn't what it once was in professional wrestling this day and age. Everybody wants that singles gold. Everybody wants the singles notoriety. Went for that backdrop.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Chuck O'Neil extending the hand. Maybe he's having a change of mind.
Now let's see if he can back up all those big words he was boasting earlier.
Yeah, Darius Carter's in trouble. He's going to be careful he doesn't get knocked out right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go fist to fist with a guy like Cold Steel Chuck O'Neil.
Just like that, the Michinoku driver. And instead of holding on for the pin, he's sending Anthony Gangone to the wrong part of town. Tommy Trainwreck coming in. Gets met with a German suplex. Devin Blaze trying his luck. Getting hit with some of those knees. Another Michinoku driver for him. And here comes the big man, TJ Marconi. Well, I mean, so far, Chuck O'Neil able to back up his words. Look for that suplex. Oh! And Romero just sending him over.
See? Chuck couldn't do it all on his own. He needed help from his partner there.
Oh, maybe Chuck's starting to come around. I mean,
and then Ace went for the handshake, and Chuck, oh, maybe he is going to give him the handshake. Oh, no!
Oh! Sending Ace Romero overhead.
His own teammate.
And knocking Sully Banger and Xavier Bell off the apron, too.
What is this guy thinking?
He just wants to take a shot at anybody. Well, there's your tag, and suplexing him in the ring.
Crowd.
And Chuck O'Neil's walking out of here.
What is this?
Basically just handing the match to Darius Carter on a platter.
Not for nothing. Chuck Steele basically just took out every member of both teams all on his own.
Not a bad showing from Chuck O'Neil. That doesn't mean he's walking away with a victory, as Travis Gordon is now easy pickings for the Crusade for Change.
Oh,
Travis Gordon kicking out in the nick of time. And here comes Sully Banger. Anthony Gangone not able to get out of the way of that. And Sully Banger with the DDT.
Nasty DDT.
Kind of looks like Jake the Snake, doesn't he?
Oh,
A scummier version, if that's even possible. I don't know if that'll win you. And I don't know if that'll win you any matches either.
Big southpaw, left-handed shots.
Caught him with the stunner.
Oh!
He flattened his whole
Need
face.
some nose surgery after that one.
Oh man, that headbutt to the chest. That'll knock the wind out of
Jumping
you.
back senton bomb in the buckle.
Romero's got his eyes on
Look out for
Trainwreck.
Ace
Oh no, he's
Romero.
got his eyes on Devin Blaze. How could you not see the guy? Oh!
Big
Wiping him out of the
time.
clothesline.
Clothesline.
Big kick, couldn't take him off his feet.
Marafuji.
Wow! Taking a page out of Biff's playbook with a blockbuster. Surprising to see a guy that size get off his feet. However, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. He's struggling trying to get back up.
Laying those lefts and those rights. Ace Romero able to absorb the shots. Oh!
That one took him down.
There goes your jaw.
And here comes Xavier Bell. Xavier Bell looking for retribution when he came to the aid of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy team back in February. He basically got punked out in that match. Let's see how he has progressed over the last 6 months. Oh, Saito suplex.
Saito suplex.
Yeah, but here comes Marconi. Oh, kick to the
Party right to the stomach.
and just stunned him. Big strike coming down. Here comes Xavier Bell. Look at the fire out of this youngster. Oh,
There it is.
he might have fired his last shot.
TJ, what is he thinking?
I don't know if Marconi's looking to fly. He should try and get Bell back in to the center of the ring.
Marconi. Is Marconi. Oh my goodness. Travis Air Gordon, what's this?
Oh, that springboard super kick. Oh!
450. Took everybody down. Like a 7-10 split.
Wiping everybody out. Living up to his name, Flip.
Missed the roundhouse, hit the Insaguri. Insaguri? Insagiri?
I don't, it's a very complicated spelling. Let's not get into it right now, please. The back brain kick. Some great tandem offense. He's got that Hickory Valley driver. 2 for the price of 1. Now maybe looking for a running shooting star. Oh! Clearing both opponents.
Got it.
Was looking for the pin on Trainwreck, but here's Gangone. Gangone bringing that House of Glory title with him that he's holding captive. I'm sure at some point he's going to be looking to defend that here in Beyond Wrestling. I'm not going to sanction that. That's not my job.
You're not going to sanction that?
No!
Powerbomb into those ropes, into the pop-up. Powerbomb. Beautiful.
And now Darius Carter calling for the public execution. Oh! Oh! That's it. And the face buster, adding insult to injury. Nobody can recover from that. Biff Kids kept at bay, and the Crusade for Change going 10-0. Brian Fury, congratulations on your victory earlier tonight.